Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. I'm back, people in the house. Kahit may mga sabit-sabit pang lalamunan ko. Grabe talaga mga kababayan, kaya kayo mag-iingat kayo sa inyong mga kalusugan dahil ang tindi ho ng tama ng mga sakit ngayon, mga trangkaso, sipon-sipon, jubo-jubo, lagnat-lagnat. At ako naman hinaluan pa ng asma ko. Naku po, hindi kasi ako nakakain ng butiki nung ako'y kabataan ko. Alam mo, muntik-muntikan ko nang gawin yun nung kabataan ko kasi may pamahiin noon na pagka kumain ka daw ng butiki, ikaw daw gagaling. Nakakawewe. Buti na lang talaga hindi ako gullible, Buti na lang talaga hindi ako uto-uto. Hindi katulad ng mga pinklawan, dilawan at ang mga tansong pisot. ng mga uto-uto. Hindi sana kumain na ako ng butiki noon at gumaling itong asma ko. Hindi kasi, ang problema sa akin, pag ako tinatamaan ng trangkaso, napakatindi ho talaga. Talagang ako po ay bedridden, ika nga. Sabi nga nila, pagka talagang tayo tinamaan, ay bagsak tayo sa ating kama. At alam nyo mga kababayan, kahit sa kalagitnaan tayo po'y may sakit, tayo po'y nanunood ng impeachment. At naku po, grabe. Kahit po ako'y walang boses, kahit jumujubo-jubo ko, talagang napapalakpak ako minsan at napapahiyaw ako minsan. At minsan din natatawa ako lalo na dun sa mga paglalaway ng mga asong ulol. Yung isa naglaway. Yung isa naman sinipon. Ano ba nangyayari sa bayan natin? Talaga bang tayo ay bayan na ng mga addictus, convictus, kimbikbus? Ano ba? Hanggang kataas-taasan na po ba? Ganun na po ba ang ating kalalagayan ngayon? Ewan ko ba? Hindi kasi, hindi ba sabi nga ni Pangulong Duterte dati, isa yan sa mga, kahit i-google nyo naman po, kaya i-chat GPT nyo, o kahit i-Gemini nyo pa, kahit tanungin ninyo, ano ba ang mga epekto ng cocaine addict? Yung sinisipon, naglalaway, yung gumaganon-ganon, di ba? Yan naman talaga wala naman tayong dyan Yan po talaga ang tunay na senyales na mga lulong na sa droga na cocaine Pero hindi natin sinasabi itong mga umuusig kay BP Sara Duterte, mga lulong sa cocaine Baka lulong sa maleta, pwede. Malamang, di ba? Pero ewan ko malay din natin, hindi rin naman natin alam. Kasi, alam mo, minsan nakakakaba rin humarap sa ganyan impeachment trial, lalo na pag bobo ka. Hindi, alam mo sa kaloob-looban mo, bobo ko So, kailangan kong lumakas ang loob, kaya gagamit muna tayo ng masamang mga kemikal o di kaya alak, di ba? Kasi nakakakaba, naharapin ko yung talagang tunay na mga matatalino. Kasi alam mo, yung ikaw ang mag-control ng narrative at ikaw ang may control noong sitwasyon, madali yun, madali. Kung sa kamera, kaya ninyong magpa-cute, kaya ninyong banatan si BP Sara Duterte, wala namang problema, kaya nyo yan. Kasi hawak nyo kamera Hawak ninyo kwento Sabi nga hawak ko ang beat. Hawak ninyo kasi nasa kamera kayo. But this time, hindi nyo nahawak. This time, i-cross-examine na yung mga pinipresenta ninyong witness kuno. Ito na. Di ba? Kaya nga alam mo, sabi ko sa inyo, kulang na lang matae o maihi itong NBI na ito Naawa ko sa NBI na ito kasi sira na yung kanyang credibility, sira na yung kanyang pagkatao dahil sa impeachment na ito. Dito, malalaman mo na talagang he was used. We do not know what's the reason behind it. Hindi natin alam kung siya ba'y binayaran o siya ba ay baka naman inutusan lang. Kasi wala ka naman magagawa kung inutusan ka lang ng superior mo. Nung tinanong nga siya, are you a lawyer? Ang sagot niya, hindi. So, hindi to agent. Hindi kasi ang requirement ng NBI agent, kailangan lawyer. Di ba? O CPA. Ito, hindi. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin, malamang sa malamang, isa lang ito sa mga tauhan. Diyan sa NBI. So, no choice ka. Naawa ako sa kanya. Actually, naawa ako na kakaharapin niya yung ganitong klaseng humiliation. Bakit to? Kasi napapahiya ho siya dito. Lalo na yung pagtatanong nung defense sa kanya, yung cross-examine. Panoorin natin ha. Ito, kasi ang problema lang kasi dito sa... Ako, maikling komento lamang po ito doon sa defense. Baka naman gusto niyong Tagalogin. Minsan kasi nahihirapan na kayo. Hindi ko sinasabi hindi magaling yung abogado na magtagalog Kaya lang kasi minsan, to be able to communicate to the people, especially this is a public trial, aside from, sabi nga nila, mas mababa ng konti ang paghahatol dito, sabi nila. Hindi daw beyond reasonable doubt. Dito daw kung ano yung public perception. Kung ano daw yung may tiwala pa ba ang taong bayan sa isang opisyal para mamuno o manatili sa kanyang posisyon. Kaya impeachment po. Dito po kasi it doesn't mean or doesn't after nito ma-impeach man si BP Sara o hindi. Kahit ma-impeach si BP Sara Duterte, it doesn't mean guilty siya doon sa mga ibinigay sa kanyang akusasyon. Hindi ho ibig sabihin nun ganun. Ang ibig lamang pong sabihin, wala na yung tiwala ng taong bayan sa'yo. Doon sa issue ng guilty ka ba sa akusasyon ng mga inakusa sa'yo, ng mga paratang, grave threat, whatsoever, yan po ay sa korte pa. So, mas mababa ho ito. So, napaka-importante ho dito yung communication to the people, to the nation. Minsan hindi yung defense hindi niya ma-connect agad-agad dahil nga hindi ho Tagalog. Marami ho sa ating kababayan, hindi naman ho sa ating ito'y pag-aapi o pagbababa. Marami sa ating mga kababayan na hindi rin naman ho talaga naintindihan pagka masyadong malalim na English. Diba? Hindi naman ibig sabihin ipababain natin ang usapin o yung diskurso. Hindi yun ang ibig sabihin natin. Kaya lang, importante rin kasi natin na maunawaan na kailangan natin ito ma-communicate sa tao. Maintindihan. Hindi mo naman masisisi yung abogado dahil kung laki ka nga naman Echeney, kaya Laslane. Laslane? Ano Laslane? Tagalasal. Medyo English spokening ka talaga. Tapos kung yun ang kinalakihan mo sa bahay mo, Mama? Mother? Diba? Who's your mama? Ganon. Hindi ba? Pagka ganyan ang kinalakihan mo, wala ka talagang, mahihirapan ka talaga magtagalog. Pero sana, medyo i-ano natin para mas ma-communicate natin. Ngayon, since hindi masyadong naipupunto agad-agad dahil one, bawal ka naman mag-conclude ka agad at makikita nyo, di ba? Pipitik siya, tapos i-withdraw niya. Sabi nga nila, that's an old trick. That's an old trick para magkaroon ng doubt sa tao. Not doubt sa tao, doubt sa judge. Pero para sa akin, ginagamit niya rin ito ngayon para makita ng tao, nakita nyo na, walang alam, hindi eksperto, hindi niya alam yung sinasabi niya, hindi talaga inimbestigahan. Pero hindi niya lang yung madiretso kasi i-object nung kabila. Yung prosecution, di ba? So, object your honor. Pagka sinabi na yun, disustain, wala na, di ba? So, ito, pagkasabi niya, so, hindi mo talaga inimbestigahan. Yung tanong niyang gano'n, bigla niyang, sorry, I withdraw. I withdraw your honor. Pero nasabi niya na. Nagigets ninyo? Magaling din Maapakagaling nitong abogado na to, batang-bata. Pero, yun nga lang, ako suggestion ko, siguro after niyang magbigay ng magtanong, kasi may mga mahirap talaga na hindi pwedeng Tagalogin After nun, baka pwedeng itagalog. Pero kung hindi niya may Tagalog, ako na magtatagalog. Para naman maintindihan natin ng malupitan. Ito. Okay, simulan na natin Simulan natin.
Counsel for Respondent, Attorney Narvasa, if you're ready, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Your Honor, may I be allowed to approach a witness?
You may, Your Honor.
So,
Thank you, Your
Counsel.
Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Kalilong.
Good afternoon, sir.
During your direct examination, you testified that you were trained on photo and video authentication.
Yes, sir.
You said that you were trained for 2 weeks.
Specific for photo and video, sir.
Sir, my questions are answerable by yes or a no. Can
Yes,
you
sir.
please constrain yourself to these questions, unless I tell you, okay?
Objection to that, Your Honor, please.
And you got this training
Your Honor,
from
can I
Max.
check to that? I have to
Before
make an
counsel for
objection.
respondent proceeds, counsel for the prosecutor to let the presiding officer
Your Honor.
recognize you first. You are so recognized, sir. What is your objection?
Thank you so much. Inasmuch as I would like to accommodate the defense that in asking the question that the witness is to be limited to a yes or no question, Your Honor, please. Unfortunately, Your Honor, please, that's not sanctioned in the rules. There's nothing in our rules that would allow a defense to constrain a witness, even on cross-examination, to answer the questions by a yes or no answer. It's not in the rules. So, Your Honor, please, we cannot constrain a witness to answering either a yes or a no. The witness should be able to
So, yung
qualify.
object nito yung sabi nung defense na yes or no lang ang sagot mo. Oh.
The usual answer by the defense is that it could be handled by the prosecution on redirect. But that is not the case, Your Honor, please. So long as there is nothing in the rules that would allow the defense to constrain the witness to answer yes or no, the prosecution will vehemently object to that, Your Honor,
The
please.
presiding officer
May I, Your
overrules
Honor?
the presiding officer overrules the objection. The counsel for prosecutors can make a continuing objection regarding this matter, but it is the position of the presiding officer that the witness is seasoned enough. According to his testimony yesterday, he has attended over, if I recall.
So, sinasabi ngayon ni Escudero na kasi dapat matik na yan eh. Season enough na siya. Marami na siyang natin na hearing. So, alam niya na dapat, pag siya'y tinanong, yes or no lang. Alam niya na dapat yan. Kung ano yung tinanong, hindi ka pwede magdagdag eh. Kasi or else, lalayo kayo, magkakaroon ng... Ang isa sa mga dahilan yan, maggugulo yung pagdinig. Kung magpapaliwanag ka pa, hindi, kino-cross-examine ka eh. You have to answer yes or no.
30 hearings already. So he would know how to respond and to explain if the need would arise. And it's up for counsel for the respondent, if at all, to strike out whatever answers that are not responsive to his question. Counsel for respondent may proceed.
Thank
We
you.
would abide, Your Honor. We would abide.
Thank you, counsel for the prosecutors.
And you testified that you got this training from MaxCore Interventures.
Yes, sir.
correct? And you said that the training you got from MaxCore Interventures was in digital forensics.
Yes, sir.
I have with me in Articles of Partnership of
So, yung Max Core daw ang nag-training sa kanya. At yun daw ang nag-training sa kanya para maging expert sa digital forensic. Yeah? Galing. Oo, panalo. Woo, woo, woo. Maniniwala ka na sana kung tanga ka eh, di ba? Kung tanga ka, maniniwala ka na, galing, ang buti siya. Nag-training siya sa Max Corp. Ang problema, nag-research yung defense. Ano ba itong Max Corp na ito?
MaxCore Interventures Co. You see that it states that it is the Articles of Partnership of MaxCore Interventures Co.
Your Honor, may we allow Attorney Stephen Magallon to also approach
Mapapagsabihan na yan eh, mamaya, tingnan ninyo. Kasi hirit ng hirit, di pa nga nagtatanong. Alam mo, mag-o-object ka lang pag yan nagtanong. Wala pa nga tanong, humihirit ka na, daldal ka ng daldal.
the witnesses stand to peruse the document. And of course, at this juncture, Your Honor, please, I have to object.
I have no question yet, Your Honor.
Object, wala pa
I
nga
am
tanong.
objecting.
Wala pang tanong, Atabs. Tanong ka, ano ka na kagad, hirit ka na ng hirit. Dito mo malalaman talaga na kailangan niyang turuan yung bata niya eh. Kaya siya umihirit para medyo madepensa niya na yung yung bata niya eh.
To the witness being shown an articles of incorporation, a
Articles of
partnership of a partnership, Your Honor, please. Anyways, since the question has not been asked, I will...
Let us wait for the question, counsel. In the meantime,
Oo nga,
the
magantay ka
presiding
lang
officer
kasi,
allows counsel for the prosecutors to examine the document being presented to the witness.
And Your Honor, for the reference of the senators, we are flashing this Articles of Partnership on the screens. Sir, please take a look at page 2 of these articles. Page 2, sir. That's here. Page 1, page 2. Let's read it together, okay? Primary purpose, to engage in the business of trading both import and export of goods on wholesale, retail basis. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now on page, the same very same page 2. The secondary purpose. Let's read it together again. Own, use, improve, develop, subdivide, sell, exchange, lease of all kinds, including buildings, houses, apartments, and other structures. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
After that, in the same page 2, the secondary purpose is to print, publish, distribute, buy, sell, acquire rights, to and generally deal in all kinds of software packages, books, periodicals, newspapers, magazines, journals, and other publications dealing in or having to do with subjects of all kinds, character, and all acts of things as may time to time be deemed needful, necessary, or required. You see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Kawawa to. Mantakin mo, nag-training daw siya dyan. Wala namang kinaugnayan doon sa digital forensic. Hayop yan.
Thank you, sir. Now I'm showing you a screenshot of the website of this MaxScore Interventures Co. It states under About Us. I am also flashing this on the screen, Your Honors, for the ease of
Object na.
the center judges.
Your Honor, at this juncture,
Wala pang ang tanong, umihirit na naman ito. Praning! Anong na-take mo, sir? Anong vitamins mo? Bakit praning ka?
the prosecution will now manifest that there was no question propounded as to the presentation of the Articles of Partnership. And the counsel is now moving forward to the presentation of an alleged website. Therefore, it seems that the defense counsel is the one presenting the documents without propounding any question to this witness. Highly improper, Your Honor, please. Highly improper. The counsel should be asking question and not presenting document. You will have your turn when the defense team is allowed to present your evidence. 2 documents, no question yet. Highly improper, Your Honor, please. Again, I don't want to put the lawyer on the spot, but that is highly improper. Ask questions.
Your Honor, I did ask questions.
No, there was no question.
Counsel-
Can we ask that the transcript be read back?
Counsel, kindly
Nagtanong siya eh.
proceed,
Thank you.
Counsel for the prosecutors with the understanding that Mr. Calilong is not testifying as to the truth of whatever counsel asked him or
Napagalitan ka tuloy, ano? So sinasabi dito, hindi naman niya sinetestify yung sa truth about doon sa ano. Nagtatanong nga siya.
what he read because clearly he's not competent
Agreed,
to
Your Honor.
testify as to the truth what is contained in the Articles of Partnership. However, as to the fact that he read it and saw it, up to that extent, and the senator judges are so advised as well. So ordered. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, sir. And I am on cross, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nagtatanong nga eh. Huwag kang ano. Ay, kaya nga sabi niya, napaka ano, pero pambabara yun ha. I'm on cross-examine. Kino-cross-examine ko nga eh. Anak ka ng weting oh.
Sir, under the words About Us, it says MaxScore Interventures has been established as a one-stop source of different products and services intended for both government and private institutions. Its company tagline, Innovation Without Boundaries, stands true testament to provide customers with quality merchandise, from the simplest to the most sophisticated ones at very affordable prices. The company places a long-term business relationship through customer satisfaction on top of its priority list, with integrity and honesty as the foundation of the company. It envisions to evolve into excellence amidst the competitive pace of information technology. You see that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, now I'm showing you another screenshot of the website of this MaxScore Interventions Co. You confirm that I'm also flashing this for the ease of the court.
Ito. Ipakita natin ito ha. Itong sinasabi niya na hindi siya expert ha. Ito.
Sir, please take a look. Can you please say it in for the record? This is your affidavit of transcription.
Yes, sir. This is a photocopy of my affidavit of transcription, sir.
This refers to the press conference on November 23, 2024.
Yes, sir.
You signed this on December 20, 2024.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please take a look at your paragraph 2. Let's read it together. In relation to the ongoing investigation, the undersigned was tasked to transcribe the screen-recorded video of the press conference of Vice President Sara Duterte on 23 November 2024, which was saved on a DVD. You read that, sir?
Yes, sir.
On paragraph 3 thereof, let's read it together. The undersigned transcribed the video mentioned above which resulted in a CCD transcript hereto attached.
Yes, sir.
You read that, sir? And 4, I hereby certify that the above-mentioned digital evidence has been faithfully transcribed and that has not been edited, altered, or changed in any way. Did you read that, sir?
Yes, sir.
And I am, on number 5, paragraph 5, I am executing this affidavit to attest to the truth of the foregoing facts and circumstances and for whatever legal intent and purpose it may serve.
Yes,
Did
sir.
you read that, sir?
Yes, sir.
These statements of yours, this affidavit of yours, these were all done under oath, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you were offered as an expert in digital forensic examination with a whopping 2 weeks of training. Do you confirm that
Ayan. Diniin niya na eh. 2 weeks of training. Ikaw ay expert na. So parang siguro sabi na itong isa, sandali, hindi naman ako expert eh. Wait lang. Chotomate.
transcription of the screen-recorded video of the press conference of VP Sara Duterte on the 23 November 2024 has been faithfully transcribed?
I don't remember that I was introduced as expert, but a competent witness, sir.
Okay, sir. My question is,
Yari siya. Hindi naman yun ang tinatanong eh. Tingnan niyo yung tanong ha. Tingnan niyo.
forensic examination with a whopping 2 weeks of training. Do you confirm that transcription of the screen-recorded video of the press conference of VP Sara Duterte on the 23 November 2024 has been faithfully transcribed?
I don't remember that I was introduced as expert, but a competent witness, sir.
Okay, sir.
Tinamaan siya dun sa unang statement eh. Yung 2 weeks, kasi yun yung ipoprove dapat eh. 2 weeks ka, naging expert ka na, tapos ang kumpanya mo, yung MaxCorp, na wala namang kinaugnayan sa digital forensic. So, naging defensive na siya, sabi niya, sandali, hindi po ako expert, competent lang ang aking pagka-introduce sa akin. Kahit hindi yun ang tanong. Iba yung tanong eh. Napalabas ngayon ni defense, itong poging-poging abogadong to.
My question is,
Oh.
the press conference of VP Sara Duterte, that the transcription of the screen-recorded video of the press conference of VP Sara Duterte on 23 November 2024 was faithfully transcribed by you?
Yes, sir.
So, ayan ha. Una yan. So, ibig sabihin, kung hindi ka expert pala dyan at ikaw ay competent lang na sinasabi mo, anong karapatan mo magsabi na si VP Sara Duterte ay impeachable dahil sa grave threat na to? Remember ang pinaka-foundation nito, kailangang patunayan na dapat ma-impeach si VP Sara Duterte dahil meron talagang grave threat siyang ginawa sa presidente, kay Lisa Marcos at kay Romualdez. Dito, nabasag kagad ni Defense, itong batang abogado na to, nabasag kagad niya yung idea na ikaw ay expert in saying that there is a grave threat. Ikaw mismo nagsabi, I am not an expert, I am just competent witness. Alam mo, sa loob-loob ko, anong ginagawa mo dyan? Hindi ka pala, hayop ka, hindi ka pala expert. Anong ginagawa mo dyan? Kasi every one of us can say, we are a competent witness to this video. But it doesn't mean it's the truth. Naintindihan niyo ibig sabihin? Halimbawa, ako, i-claim ko lang, hindi, ako'y napakagaling dito kung halimbawa, merong AI na pinag-uusapan. Ako'y magaling sa AI. Bakit? Kasi nakagagamit ako ng ChatGPT. Matagal ko nang ginagamit si ChatGPT, si Gemini. At si Gemini, Kaya ako'y expert na dyan. Di ba? So ngayon, magtatanong ka, pinapatunayan mo na nagkakamali si ChatGPT, ikaw na ngayon ang kukuning witness kasi ginagamit mo si ChatGPT. Hindi pwede. Kailangan yung mga magagaling na programmer ang kukunin. Yung magagaling talaga sa IT ang kukunin para sabihin na minsan nagkakamali ang AI. Nagigets ninyo? Para patunayan na nagkakamali yung AI. So dito, para mapatunayan na si VP Sara Duterte ay totoong nag-grave threat, ay kailangan magkaroon ng expert pagdating sa digital forensic. Remember, ito ay not really the raw file. Bakit? Ganito kasi yan kasimpleng-simple. Ang ginawa ng time na yon, although wala po ako nun, si Boss Dada nandun po, kaya lang buti hindi siya pinatawag, hindi siya umattend doon sa NBI, hindi nakakasuhan na naman siya. Pero si Boss Dada ay kasama doon. Yung sa interview na, yun po ay ang tawag nun, webinar or something, Zoom, na marami kayo, tapos pwede nyong i-live. So, ibig sabihin, ang talagang witness doon, yung mga taong naandun sa meeting. Pangalawa, ang original niyan ay yung mismong nag-conduct ng meeting. Kasi nire-record yan sa Zoom. Alam mo yung Zoom na program, nire-record yan bago i-live. So, yun yung raw file. Yun yung unedited. Yung nakikita mo na ngayon sa live ay masasabi mo ng edited. Why? Because there is such thing as streaming. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Pwedeng magkaputol-putol. Gets nyo? Bakit? Through the internet sa Pilipinas. Alam mo naman ang Pilipinas, ang pangit. Kaya nga may part doon na putol-putol. Nakita ninyo, in-emphasize ni ano yun? Putol-putol. Bakit? Ang tawag mo doon, na-edit na. Yun ay hindi intentional pag-e-edit. Pero dahil nga sa pangit ang internet sa Pilipinas, na-edit na siya kasi anong nangyari doon, nawala na yung mga some portions. Pero doon sa original file, ano yon? Sino yon? Yung mismong nag-conduct ng meeting na yon o nag-conduct ng press ko na yon, doon sa original file ay hindi putol-putol yun. Nagigets ninyo? Nakukuha ninyo parang ganire. Halimbawa, meron akong camera. Kunwari, meron akong camera. Halimbawa, camera ito. Ito. Kinukuhanan ako nito. Nagdadaldal ako. Hindi putol-putol yan, dire-diretso yan, di ba? Halimbawa lang. Pero pag in-stream ko na yan, pinapunta ko na sa Facebook, YouTube, o kung anumang platform yan, yung nakadepende na ngayon, yung signal niyan. So, minsan, di ba, pag nagla-live tayo sa YouTube noon, magla-live ako, sasalta ako, bla 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 bla, sasabihin nila, putol-putol ka, bla bla bla, nawala yung audio mo. Sa akin, hindi nawawala yun. Doon sa program na ginagamit ko, hindi nawawala. At recorded yun. So, yun yung original file. Sa loob-loob ko. Eto ba yung sinasabi nilang expert? Mas alam ko pa nga yung totoong nangyayari. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na original yung inirecord ninyo sa OBS. OBS yung program na ginagamit. Ngayon, ito, ginagamit ko program. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin original yan kasi hindi naman dyan nag-meeting eh. Yan lang yung nag-screen capture nung entire meeting. O maaaring dinownload ninyo at yun lang yung because of the streaming, magkakaroon ngayon ng abirayan with the signal. Magkakaroon yan ng mga part na putol-putol. Since you claim to be expert, dapat alam mo yan. Kaya lang, bigla na siya natauhan at sabi niya, hindi po ako expert, competent lang. Lagpak kagad. Dito mo makikita na, okay ka lang? Sana hindi ka na tumayo dyan. Sana hindi ka na pumayag na maging witness dyan. Hindi mo naman pala kayang ipaliwanag at hindi mo masasabing ikaw ang expert witness, expert sa digital forensic. Tapos, ano yung pinag-aralan mo, Max Corp, na wala namang kinaugnayan sa digital forensic? Di ba? Nakakatawa talaga eh. Eto, tingnan ninyo to ha. Isa pang malupit dito, ito.
What is your pleasure, sir?
Mr. President and Mr. Presiding Officer, before I ask to be allowed to ask a question, can I just follow up yung kay Senator Marcos, including the ruling yesterday? Just in the interest of all senator judges being able to follow closely, especially kami sa first row kasi medyo nagkaka-stiff neck na kami. Mahirap tignan yung TV, so baka dun sa
Maglalagay
harap.
na po kami ng TV
Yes.
sa harap ng
And
lamesa
I
ng
don't know,
Council for Parties.
I think all of us own a iPad or a tablet. I don't know what the solution is, but if the secretariat or the clerk of court, the office. So where do you find the affidavit mentioned in the impeachment complaint? You actually find it in volume 14, annex FFFFFFFF dash GGGGGGGG. So before I can even
not
say
dash,
that,
that's FFFFFFF to GGGGGG.
yes. So even before we finish saying that, Your Honor, Mr. Presiding Judge, medyo mahirap. To further complicate, the annexes when delivered to us was labeled annexes, and then when it was pre-marked, iba na yung marking.
That is correct.
Okay. So to clarify, I'm not asking both the prosecution and defense to give us any documents in advance that will prejudice their presentation or the rebuttal. I do understand that it has to be offered, but to speed things up and to make sure we understand, in the same manner that they're asking the witness to examine it, maybe we can be given a copy to examine at the same time, whether digital or actual.
Sorry. Wag po ito. Ito na lang. Mas diretso na po ito. Itong pagtatanong ni Cayetano. Saan na yun? Ito.
Sa magandang hapon, Mr. Witness.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Medyo mahaba na yung pag-upo mo dyan, but allow me a few questions. No? Yung circumstance lang, so paano nagsimula yung investigasyon na na-involve ka? Were you from the start o hindi? At written instructions ba to? O sinabi, oy, may investigasyon tayo? Just konting clarity, paano na-umpisa yung specific investigation? And was it based on the November 3 video? Tama ba?
November 23, Your Honor.
Okay.
It all started, I received a phone call, sir, from my executive officer that there is a video wherein there is a statement given by the Vice President, which is classified as threat, and I was tasked and assigned to investigate the case, sir.
Okay. So basically, ganun yung pagkasabi na I'm tasking you to look at the video, investigate.
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you working alone or with a group?
With a group, Your Honor.
NBI group.
Yes, Your Honor.
And was this, is there an interagency also or just purely NBI?
Don't have personal knowledge. Maybe our chief, sir, has the
Okay.
knowledge on that, sir.
Yes. No, that's all I asked for naman, yung personal knowledge.
Yes, Your Honor.
So pakiulit mo yung sinabing, how exactly sinabi sa'yo na tignan mo yung video, imbestigahan mo, or may statement? So,
To be specific, sir, as far as I remember, may statement si Vice President regarding the November 23 press conference na kung saan may pagbabanta na naganap,
Okay.
pakiimbestigahan.
pakiimbestigahan. So, ganun ka-general. May
Yes po.
pagbabantang naganap, pakiimbestigahan.
Yes po.
And you proceeded by watching the video.
Yes, Your Honor.
And when you watched the video, you got to the part na may pagbabanta.
No, Your Honor, I first don't know which part of that.
So, you watched the whole video, of course.
First, the clippings, Your Honor.
Okay.
Then, I look for the whole video, Your Honor.
Then you watched the whole video.
Yes, Your Honor.
And thank you for your honesty. So, after the clipping, tapos the whole video, what did you do next? You reported or you made your recommendations? I don't understand the process lang kasi.
Upon identifying the whole video, I informed my executive officer that I identified the video, Your Honor.
And then yung sinabi mo yesterday, then you started looking for patterns. That's why you looked at yung dating mga video ni Vice President.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you started investigating the threat against the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker of the House.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you investigate the threat against the Vice President?
We tried, Your Honor.
How did you try?
It is included in our letter to the Vice President, Your Honor. That's why we were inviting her to proceed to our office to investigate the threats to her life, Your Honor.
How about the vlogger who asked her about Oplan or whatever they call?
Eto na. Tingnan nyo, mabubuking na naman dito yung NBI. Ha? Kasi tinatanong kung inimbestigahan nyo ba yung kay Marcos muna. Oo daw. Tapos tinanong kung inimbestigahan nyo ba yung kay VP Sara Duterte. Oo daw. Pati tinanong na rin kung sino yung nagtanong na vlogger. Oo din daw.
Romanov. Did you invite them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did they testify?
The Princess Maui did not appear, Your Honor.
Did not appear. Did you also look for previous videos that are threatening to the Vice President?
We look on the Romanov part, Your Honor.
Okay.
But we identify a different person who first mentioned the Romanov, Your Honor.
Did you coordinate with the PSG?
I have no personal knowledge, Your Honor.
You yourself?
Yes, Your Honor. Maybe our chief, Your Honor.
Yeah. But you are aware that the primary responsibility of protecting both the President and the Vice President is the PSG.
Yes, Your Honor.
So isn't it fair to say that any investigation against a threat to the first family, the President or the Vice President, you would normally ask the PSG if they received any threat?
I have no personal knowledge, Your Honor.
No, I'm asking, hindi ba normal sa investigation kung sino yung primary agency na taga-protekta na lumalaban dun sa threat ay tatanungin natin?
Yes, Your Honor.
So bakit hindi tinanong ng NBI ang PSG?
Yun lang. Yun lang. So hindi talaga na inimbestigahan. Di na napapalabas dito na talagang tinatarget lang si VP Sara Duterte. Yung credibility yung winawasak dito, sa totoo lang hindi man sabihin diretso ni Cayetano, pero credibility winawasak dito.
Or in your case, why didn't you ask the PSG?
Maybe it can be answered by a chief, Your Honor.
No, I'm not. I will ask your chief also. I'm asking you, when they said, look at this, you looked at other videos, you tried to get Princess Maui, you tried to get the Vice President, but you didn't contact the PSG for the First Lady, for the President, And for all you know, the PSG will tell you right there and there, the threat is real, or the PSG will say politika lang yan. Diba? Both the Vice President and the President are protected by the PSG. So why wasn't so nakalimutan lang or wala sa procedure nyo or
Your Honor, there is already a statement from the National Security Council, Your Honor, that it is an active threat, Your Honor. That's why we start investigation.
Yes, and the primary group that will know if it's an active threat is the PSG. So if this was the United States, it will be the Secret Service. So whether the FBI or the CIA, state troopers, the federal marshals, kung sino man mag-iimbestiga, parati nilang tatanungin yung Secret Service. So I'm just curious why we did not ask the PSG input.
Kindly wind up, Senator Cayetano. Senator
Okay.
Judge Cayetano.
So, my last question is, how did you
maganda to.
characterize
Maganda to.
threat of the Vice President to the President? Given that ang exact words niya, huwag kang mag-alala ma'am sa security ko kasi may kinausap na akong tao, sinabi ko sa kanya, kapag pinatay ako. So that I'll be fair to you and not vague, no? Did that phrase, kapag pinatay ako, have any bearing in your investigation?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what was that bearing or thoughts in your mind?
First of all po, dun sa statement, may nakausap na po. It already took place before pa yung mangyari yung meeting. And nung
Excuse me,
condition,
I'm not talking about yung may kinausap
Apo.
na para pumatay. Ang sinasabi ko yung sinabi niya na pag pinatay ako.
yes, Your Honor.
How did that affect your investigation?
There is a condition na kapag pinatay siya. But as we
Nadulas na siya, patay ka. Yan ang mahirap eh. Mahirap talaga pagka nautusan ka lang eh. Kasi tama, kasi alam mo, kahit sinong tao, pag tinanong mo dito, may condition ba para pagpatayin ni BP Sara Duterte si Marcos, si Lisa at saka si Romualdez? May condition ba? Everyone would say, may condition. Kasi sinabi niya, pag ako pinatay, patayin mo sila. Anong tawag doon? Kapag tumibok ang puso. Di ba? Ibig sabihin, meron kapag eh. Ibig sabihin, may condition. Papatayin mo lang sila pag patay na ako. Huwag mo silang papatayin pag hindi ako patay. That's the condition. Eh, kahit sinong tanungin mo, condition yun. Eh, yan, nabuking ka ngayon. Kasi alam mo, si Cayetano, abogado, magaling, ano siya eh, magaling yan sa hihimasin ka muna. Yan, pupurihin ka muna, sabihin niya. Alam mo, kasi way of communication yan. Tuturuan ko lang kayo. Sabi nga nung iba, sa negosasyon, it has to be an art of negotiation. Unang pasok mo pa lang, kausap sa tao, huwag ka agad negative ang dating mo. Unang gagawin mo, purihin mo something about that person. Halimbawa, kung babae yung ka-negotiate mo, may negotiate ka sa, nagdi-deal kayo ng business, una mong pupurihin yung bag niya, yung sapatos niya, mag-build up ka ng rapport. Pag lalaki naman, think about kung research mo yung kung hilig niya, golf ba, paddle na yan, kung ano man, para makakunik kayo. Dito, remember ang unang bitaw ni Cayetano, ano sabi niya, kawawa ka naman, ilang oras ka na nakatayo dyan. Yun kagad eh. Parang kinukuha niya yung sympathy na itong lalaki na to. At eventually, nung tinatanong niya, mahinahon siya magtanong. Hindi condescending. Kasi pag sinabi mo condescending yung tanong, paatake yung tanong, yung defense mechanism ng taong tinatanong mo, aangat yan. Eh dito, binaba niya na eh. Siya na nga mismo nagsalita eh. Oo, condition nga yun. May condition yung threat na yun. Doon pa lang, sabi ko, finish na. Finish na. Tapos na laban. Mantakin mo, sinabi mo na condition lang yung threat na yun. So wala talagang grave threat. Tuloy.
see, it's only applicable if there is only two parties. The statement make a loophole wherein a third party can use that na kapag namatay si BP,
Para nagkamali siya ng bitaw doon, ano? Sabi niya mismo, may loophole yung statement. Di ba? May loophole yung statement. Siya na mismo nagsabi. Anak ka ng weteng, ha? Yeah? Ikaw na mismo nagsabi. Oh, atay kang bata ka. Ha. Wala. Yari ka dyan, Brad. Ma'am, nadali ka.
Ma-execute ngayon yung statement ni BP na may nakausap na siya without the participation of the one mentioned, the President, the First Lady, and the Speaker of the House, Your Honor.
That's fair. But what I'm saying is that in your reports, did you characterize it as a conditional threat? Kasi kung hindi naman siya pinatay, the logical implication is that there's no threat against the... So I'm not saying it's not illegal, immoral to contract a killer. I'm just trying to follow the logic na pag sinabi kong pakukulong kita, Mr. Witness, pag nagsinungaling ka under oath, then it's actually not a threat. It's a legal... I'm just telling you the law, di ba? Pero pag sinabi kong pag hindi ka sumunod sa akin, ano yung kita? So that's my last question lang. So how did you characterize that? It wasn't a conditional in your mind because may kinausap na?
Even with or without, sir, it's still considered a threat as long as the
I
person...
have no doubt there. I'm just asking, is it a conditional threat?
Based on our affidavit, sir, I believe it's conditional, which...
Based on your affidavit.
affidavit.
But your initial...
Tapos ang usapan, it's conditional. Anak ka ng wedding, oo. Wala talaga, finish na. Wala. Taob. Etong witness na to, kawawa ka talaga. Sabi ko sa'yo, dapat di ka na lang pumayag eh. Dapat nag-resign ka na lang. Oo, dapat nag-resign ka na lang. Sa totoo lang ha. Kasi pahiya ka dyan eh. Pahiyang-pahiya ka dyan sa ganyan. Ay nako. Anyway, eto pakinggan lang natin itong isang interview at latest interview ni BP Sara Duterte.
Unang-una, pinapaabot ko sa ating mga opisyal ng pamahalaan na itigil na muna natin yung pamumulitika at pananawagan nila ng transparency and accountability, pero ang totoong pakay nila ay ang kanilang mga sariling political interest. Pangalawa, sa atin pa ring mga opisyal ng pamahalaan, natutukan natin ang kaayusan, kapayapaan at kaunlaran ng ating bayan. Matagal na nag-aantay ang ating mga kababayan na maging mas maayos yung kanilang buhay. At sa ating mga kababayan, huwag tayo mawalan ng pag-asa na merong mangyayaring pagbabago sa ating bayan at huwag tayong mawalan ng pag-asa sa kakayahan natin na maging isang mayaman na bansa.
Ayun na po mga kababayan. May matinding bitaw si BP Sara Duterte. Huwag tayong mayroong pagbabagong mangyayari. Yun po, palakpakan. Yan po yung mga nakakabuhay ng dugo. Aside from dun sa mga mga nangbubuhay ng dugo ninyo. Yan po yung mga nakakabuhay ng dugo, di ba? Yung sabihin na merong pagbabagong mangyayari. Di ba? So, ayan na nga mga kababayan. So, ayan po muna ang ating video. Oy, mga kababayan, tuloy-tuloy tayo. Tuloy-tuloy na tayo na magkakaroon ng mga video ni upload. Pagpasensya nyo na po. Sa totoo lang, doon po sa China, yung nandun po tayo, nakakapag-upload naman tayo. Kaya lang, nung napunta na tayo sa Hong Kong, grabe ho. Hindi ko alam bakit gano'n ang espiritu ng Hong Kong. Pero tayo nagkasakit ng todo-todo doon. Kasi naman etong mga kasamahan ko, mga siraulo talagang aya pa ng aya ng basketball. Nag-basketball kami. Mahina naman pala sila sa basketball. Ako, todo bigay ako sa basketball. Sinisiko ko nga yung mga taga-SMNI doon, nakalaban namin. Yung pala yung kanilang ministro, nasiko ko na. Pasensya na po kayo, sir. Pasensya nyo na po, Pastor, pasensyahan nyo na. Nasiko ko yung, yung mga ministro nyo doon. Si Manatbay kasi. Kasi akala ko totoong basketballan eh. Eh yun, tuloy, nagkasakit ako dahil siniko ko yung ministro nila. Kinabukasan, baldado po ako hanggang makaalis kami sa Hong Kong. Baldado po ako. Pastor, pasensya na po ha. Hindi kaya ako nasumpa nung ministro nila doon. Dahil biro lang po ha. Anyway, ayun po. Maraming salamat po. Ako po si Banan. Magkita-kita ulit tayo sa susunod nating video. Bye-bye.